Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to Brown's Rod and Custom. I am back over here at Big Ron's. He is healing up well. It is Saturday morning. I don't even know what time it is, probably like 10. But picking up our cats. And I figured I'd show you guys kind of what Big Ron's been up to, which is right here. And what he's been messing with one-handed over the past week, just trying to get something done and figure some things out. So 40 Ford, two-door sedan deluxe. Now, this car, something if you 44 guys will understand what I'm saying here. This area here is humped up, okay? He humped these up. I think they were kind of factory humped too, weren't they? For the wipers?
No, they have a metal,
yeah.
like a cast.
So he humped this up, right? He made this on both sides, okay?
Welded in a hump.
Welded in a hump. And then what he did is put a Volkswagen superbeetle wiper system in this, windshield wiper system. So what you see here is a Volkswagen superbeetle windshield wiper, okay? Now he's cut this down and trimmed the actual blade a little bit. And we have a bunch of these, so really this will actually get a little bigger. He's just playing with it, but that'll be the wipers that are on this car. It works. In hindsight, we probably would have went a little higher here. Probably brought this to here, just to give it up a little bit. You run into an issue because of this, but he's been working on a wiper system. It works great. Flip the switch, wipers work. Actually, Ron, will you flip the switch for me?
Yeah.
We'll show him. It doesn't cover the whole windshield. Don't need it really to, but it. Your battery up?
Yeah.
Cool. Big Ron's gonna fire up the wipers for you. See what I mean? Now, mind you, the battery's almost dead, but we do have wipers, and that one works as well. And so he's been doing that. Something else he did, been polishing up the wheels on the 40, getting them where they need to be because they were starting to get a little grody. Dash is officially in. Got that all in here, and he's got everything kind of working. Now, we will put a new steering wheel. We will do a lot of things, and you know, that piece there, that's metal, will get painted and that kind of stuff. But for now, it holds it in. We also have a different set of seats for this, a brand new set of Buick Envoy seats or something like that.
Yeah.
That we'll put in the front. We just need seat risers. We just got to order that. But that's where what he's been doing, just kind of dialing in the 40 a little bit, because what he can do with one arm, you know, and unfortunately what he can do left-handed, because the right shoulder is the one he got worked on. Right shoulder?
Right shoulder.
Yeah, and he's right-handed, so here we are. Rotator cuff, so, you know, he's all right. So, long story short, that's what he's been doing there. Apache, not a lot's happened here. Everything's kind of still the same. Got some boxes sitting in it. We got our new L82 motor that we're going to be sending out here soon, hopefully the next couple months to get rebuilt. And still waiting, just an update, we're still waiting on the rear suspension for this. It's been ordered, but they're still trying to figure that out. So basically the rear cross member, the coilovers, and the bracketry, they have no problem. It was the actual bars, the 4 bars for the parallel 4-bar. What they did is they ordered bars, they got them, there was an issue with them, they didn't tell me what that was, and then they decided that they needed new bars, and they didn't want to send us those. So they got new bars in, and then last I talked to them 2 days ago was they needed to be welded and then powder coated still. So I was still about 2 weeks out. So hopefully, God willing, by December, we'll have a rear suspension here. That'd be great. October 20th. So I ordered it October 20th. It's the 22nd of November. So it's been a little over a month. And, you know, but long story short, they'll bolt right here and attach to the rear end. We'll have to cut the leaf spring brackets off and all of that and get that cleaned up on the rear end. But, you know, should be good. Well, so we'll have the 9-inch, the rear suspension, front suspension will be in. We have an engine and transmission now. Transmission's ready to go. We can put that in at any point. So what we're really left with now is engine mounts, which I'm ordering on Thursday for sure. The only reason I didn't order them was because I was so iffy between LS or regular small block. I didn't know which ones I was going to get, and I wanted to not buy them twice. So now that I have a motor, and that's the motor, we're going to do it. Now the engine mounts I'm going to put in here are the TCI engine mounts. They're not the hockey puck biscuit style. They're the ones that come straight out and boom, they got a hole in them and so on. So we're going to do those with the rubber we're not going to do polyurethane. We're just going to do stock standard rubber. I don't want all the vibrations and all of that if I can keep it out of here. I've had those on some other cars and, you know. What?
This is compact tube vintagecar mock-up box that we used.
So that's kind of where we're at there. And then we're going to get the engine in here and the transmission mocked up and sitting in here, and then figure out which transmission crossmember we need. We know it's going to be for a turbo 400. Apparently there's different drops, so heights and whatnot. We're going to try to figure that out once we get the motor actually in here and about where we want it, and then we can order the right mount, and then we'll get that in. So at that point, I know it doesn't look like a lot's happened, but there are things happening in the background, way far in between construction. So should have a rolling truck here with a built engine here, hopefully by February. That's my hope, with a drivetrain in it, drive shaft, and maybe even ready to just fire up. I don't know if it'll be wired up, but it'll be able to put power to it and see where it goes. So that's where we're at on the Apache. This car here, 73 Volkswagen thing. We need a carburetor, and I need a crank pulley, one of the degreed crank pulleys. I've already got a belt, and I've already got the alternator shims. And then we are planning on taking this to Meekum Kissimmee for the auction and see if it'll sell and run it across the blocks, which we will bring all that to you as well. Barring everything goes well and it makes it, and you know, a lot of things have to happen. Still needs an alignment. I don't know if I told you guys this. I had a appointment for an alignment, and it literally would not make it there. My wife was trying to follow me. I made it about a block before I got on the main roads, thank God. You know, it just would not stay running. I had first gear. As soon as you hit second gear, doesn't matter what RPMs, it literally died. You couldn't get to third gear. No matter how you adjusted the air, fuel, anything on it was not going to run. So that was a very cold day. That was probably a 30, 40 degree day. And, you know, probably the coldest day we've had. But I'm sure that affected it. That's after it sat here and warmed up for 15, 20 minutes. You know, so definitely going to get a carburetor. Going to get a really good carburetor. 34 picked. Probably an original rebuilt, something like that, one of the Solex or whatever. And I've heard of a couple guys, I can't think of their names offhand, that are really good and world-renowned for building these carbs. They're a little more money, but I just need it to work because I want this to be able to start and drive across the stage and somebody to actually have a good car, right? And the only thing keeping this from being that right now is an alignment and a carburetor that actually works. So do not buy a J-Bugs 34-pick carburetor. I've had nothing but problems. Maybe you guys have had luck, but it has literally kept this car a piece of shit for 2 years. So keep that in mind. I know it's $85 and it looks pretty, but it does not work. So, and you cannot keep them running at any frequency. So you can't keep it. So like I can fire this car up, I can get it dialed in, drive it around the block, and it'll run amazing. Exactly what you want. Tons of power, best it's ever run. Go to do the second lap, not even turn it off. Go to do the second lap, and this car won't make it back. You know, it'll be absolutely terrible. We'll be limping at home, sputtering and popping and banging. Something weird. So with the carburetor, I don't know. But that's stock jets, that's stock everything. It's been rebuilt once by me. You know, it completely cleaned out, done all the things. I mean, running non-ethanol 90 fuel, and everything's new. Fuel line's new, tanks new, sending units new, gauges new, everything's new. Fuel filters clean, all of it. The issue's the carburetor. So, and it's getting fuel and all the things, but it just is what it is. So that's where we're at here. Trying to get this in January to Kissimmee, which is only like an hour away. This guy, I'm very happy to say, is running fantastic. Have had zero issues so far since we put that intercooler hard piping on, and we're cooking. So really happy here. So yeah, that's a win. So actually I drove this over here from Zephyr Hills today to pick up the cats. So all in all, guys, we're starting to get somewhere. This is the, guys you might want to see this. This is a cracked windshield out of the 40 Ford, the original one, or not the original, but the one piece that we installed, and throwing that away. So 40 Ford's coming along. Parts are being purchased, and we're waiting on parts and all the things for the Apache thing. Again, waiting on parts, and just got to get to that point. It's starting to come together. And for all you Mopar guys, you're welcome. I put a car cover, or Big Ron did, on the 63 Chrysler 300. So it's no longer sitting out here. It does have plastic over the windows and stuff still, but at least there's a car cover on it. So Big Red's running amazing. Does great. We actually just took my mattress out of my camper. It's going in Lizzie's room, and we'll be bringing that over tomorrow, and so on and so forth. I'm still working on the house. Having a lot of luck and a lot of progress on it. So I'll bring a video to you guys later about that and just kind of show you around where we're at. And yeah, otherwise, this guy's healing up beautifully. And, he's got PT going and all that. So he's rocking. And we're Stitches out next week. And, we'll get this guy back up and fucking working. He's been lazy. So, and I'm going to be really honest with you. He's dying to do anything. So, I didn't let him carry a piece of plywood. He got pissed at me. He's like, damn it, I'm not broke. So, here we are. But we're protecting him for now. So, anywho's, guys, here very shortly, you will see a ton of car content coming out from us on all of these cars. It's going to be rear suspension on this, motor going in, motor mounts going in, tranny going in. This one's going to be finishing the wipers. At some point, we're going to be pulling the running boards off, buy new covers, and get them undercoated and poured, and new covers on them, and get that done. So it's one less thing we got to deal with. Carburetor, alignment, all of that on this. Crank pulley. Hopefully you don't see this. And God willing, you don't see that. Although we do need to put an alternator at some point in the truck. And we do have a bunch of plans for the truck. Just at the moment, there's just so many other things going on. So stay tuned, boys, for all that. Ron wanted me to show you this too. This is the, for those of you guys wondering how we mock up air conditioners, this is the mock-up unit from vintagecar. This is the, which one?
Compact 2.
Compact 2. And this fits pretty good under the dash of the 40 Ford.
They're about $50.
Yeah, this actual mock-up is $50. Now, this is the actual mounting locations, threaded here, here, brackets, everything you need. So if you can put this in, if you get this sitting in your car, order one, unbolt this, and bolt it in, and it'll work. It'll fit.
Let it hold you up.
Yeah.
You're going to have thousands in your hair.
It's, because Ron's 1,000% right. These are thousands of dollars, a couple $1,000s to do a vintage air system in a car. Most of the time when you're doing a full system, compressor, lines, all the things, charging it, you're going to have that in it. And, but for $50, you can get it mocked up in there. You can get your bulkhead fitting in your firewall. You can get all those things done ahead of time without spending thousands of dollars, so that it doesn't hold you up on
Your bill.
painting your firewall and stuff. Because like here, I got to put one probably right here, and probably right there, a bulkhead fitting, and it'll be probably the 4 lines, or a block of 4 here, something to that effect. It'll be in there somewhere, and we're gonna stick that under here and make it fit, make sure everything works, and then boom, there we go. And then that is ready to go, and then we can paint the firewall. That won't be holding us up. So you know, there's also other things that have to happen, like power brake booster and pedal and all that has to go right here. We got holes to drill there, but we'll get there. But anyways, guys, just wanted to give you an update. I know it's been a minute. It's been a crazy couple weeks here. Well, really week. I have done more work in a week than I think I've ever done. And I'm nowhere near where I need to be, but we're making progress. So I'm seeing parts of my yard and my house that I've never seen before. So that's good. And I know that sounds weird, but it's true. I'll show you that later. And yeah, we'll get back over here and get on these, get this guy healed up, and you know, get this guy to kissing me. I will be bringing you some coverage from the turkey run in Daytona. We are going to that either Friday or Saturday or both, one or the other. And me and Big Round will be there, and we'll be looking actually for a intake manifold for this. I have a Holley 670 Street Avenger that I'm going to put on here, and I need a new intake manifold because that definitely is not going on there. And at that point, we'll be able to bring that home and put it in and do all the things. So exciting stuff. Also going to be looking for valve covers, timing chain cover, the basic general necessities that I need to get this together, that will probably be there in bulk, and that I can get for cheap, and then we can you know, not worry about all those kind of things. So stay tuned for that. Anyways, guys, thanks for watching. I got to get the cats, and we will see you guys here in a little bit.